Sa sistema ng mundo, yung bang sinong sikat, sinong nagnanais paglingkuran, sino ang magaling, sino ang makapangyarihan, ang madalas na naghahari. Madalang na makakita tayo ng mga tao na mapaglingkod, mababa kalooban. Madalang tayo makakita ng mga taong walang hinangad kundi ang kapakanan ng iba at makapaglingkod sa nakararami. Hindi naman po tayo kinakapos ng mga tao na ang puso ay dalisay, mapa nasa gobyerno, mapa nasa pribado, mapa sa reliyoso na samahan. Makakita pa rin tayo ng mga tao na bukal sa kalooban ang mapaglingkod. Sa ating pag-uusap ngayong oras na ito, let us try to optimize that servanthood na nais ng Diyos meron sa atin, na dapat makita sa atin. Tayo bilang lingkod ng Diyos at kayo na lingkod bayan, hangarin natin na sa bawang taong ito ay makita sa atin ang pagkakaroon ng pusong mapaglingkod. Magandang araw sa atin lahat. Ito po yung lingkod, Fred de Guzman ng Squad 244. Nagagalak tayo, nasa pagkalipas ng maraming taon ay tayo nagkakapiling pa rin at ang Diyos napakabuti na iningatan tayo up to this present moment. Sa ating pag-uusap, mga kapatid, kapiling natin ang mga magagawa natin sa iba-ibang dako ng bansa. May mga kapatid tayo nanonood mula sa ibang bansa sa labas ng ating bayan. Higit sa lahat, nagagalak po tayo, kapiling natin ang butihing miyembro ng Squad 244 sa pangunguna po ni Patrolman John Lloyd Lazaro, Police Corporal Jodrick Benedictus, Police Staff Sergeant Ryan Garcia, Police Staff Sergeant Adio Burgess, ang aming Assistant Squad Leader na si Police Master Sergeant Will Ray Guillermo, sa pangunguna po ng aming Squad Leader na si Police Chief Master Sergeant Sir Joseph Aquino. Kapiling din po natin ang ating Police Major Dale Alan Batley. Let's talk about the servant's heart. Anong puso meron ang isang taong tunay na lingkod? Bilang isang police officer, kayo po ay kinikilala namin that you are in a work that is very challenging on a daily basis. Walang kapara ang inyong risk na hinaharap to ensure na kaming mga sibilyan, of course including your family, are well protected. Kayo po sa Departamento ng Kapulisan, naniniwala kami na hinahangad ninyo na tiyak ang inyong commitment bilang protector, and you're entering the force, or you have entered the police force with the right reason. Ang tao ho sa ngayon ay naghahangad talaga ng tunay na lingkod, tumutupad sa pinangako, lalo na sa hanay ng kapulisan, to serve and protect. They're looking for ethical people who want to make their places safer na pamuhayan. Napakasarap pong katotohanan na ikay nakatutulog sa gabi, payapa yung kalooban, that you are well protected. Kaya po mataas ang expectation ng ating kababayan sa ating PNP. Although we are aware that such is a demanding career, though itong inyong trabaho ay lagi nasa panganib, it can be very rewarding. And it does come with some risk. Kaya lagi po namin kayo ipinapanalangin. Mga kapatid, ipanalangin natin ang ating kapulisan. kailangan nila ang gabay ng Diyos. It takes a motivated, passionate person to be an effective, reliable police officer. So, they need us to pray for the PNP personnel, of course, sa ating Squad 244. And nothing wrong na makita natin ang mga ating kapulisan ay nag-aspire to be in the highest position. We pray, lalo na po ako, nawa ang susunod na PNP chief ay manggaling sa ating hanay. That's why we pray for you. But why did you enter the police service? I have some reason in my mind. Perhaps some of you entered the police force because you want to help lower crime rates. Siyang tama. Sa ating community ginagalawan, napakaraming walang respeto sa buhay, gusto natang magpakamatay nang dadamay pa ng iba. Mga bulastog sa karsada, walang galang sa batas, sumusuway sa itinakdang utos. Buti na lang nariyan kayong kapulisan na nagbabantay sa atin. Kayo nga po ang kilabot ng mga kriminal sa lansangan. Dapat silang matakot. And as you understand the emotional stress and distress ng mga tao sa ating paligid, I know for sure that you have that desire to lower crime rates. Bilang police officer, you would be able to use your authority to make people feel safer. Kasi sila nakatira, kasi sila lumalagi, to help people turn their lives around and become another active members of the society. Siyang tama. Hindi po hangarin ng sino mang matinong tao na nasa kapangyarihan, ang mga tao ay manatiling luno at walang pag-unlad. Both of us wants to see umuunlad, nagpaprogreso ang buhay ng tao. And may we be an instrument of God na maabot ng taong yan ang hangarin ng Diyos. So it's important sa ating mga anak, kabataan, matatanda, to feel that comfortable living, that you are safe walking around the community, going to and fro sa school, sa work, saan man lugar tayo tumungo. Which is why you committed to making this a possibility sa ating community. Isa pang reason perhaps you joined the force is to build a relationship with the community. Siyang tunay that you are the link community to the government, to help others in need and to restore relationship between the police and the community with a possible or potential rather of help from the government. I know that ang ating PNP ang siyang magtatawid, gagawa ng tulay para may parating ang serbisyo sa mamamayan. At nakakatuwa po, with a more positive police presence, you can gain people's trust and help them live better lives. A good police officer cares about the general public. I believe you cares about making a difference sa ating community. You wants to work as part of a reputable and efficient Philippine National Police team. The bottom line is that being a police officer is being a public servant. Bilang lingkod ng Diyos, lingkod bayan, talagang kailangan maunawaan natin lahat at maintindihan namin sibilyan that you are a public servant. Hindi para ubusuhin, hindi para pagsamantalahan, hindi para to take advantage, kundi bilang lingkod, you will serve the community. Sa Mark chapter 10, 42 to 45, nagkaroon ng iringan sa pagitan ng alagad ni Kristo na isang normal na nangyayari sa mga grupo, pagalingan. Dahil sa nais ni James at ni John na maupo sila sa magkabilang upuan o trono ng Panginoon, upo sila nga dyan ng kanyang mga magulang, And they want to have the seat of preeminence. Pero ano sabi ng talata? Pakinggan nyo. At sila'y pinalapit ni Jesus sa kanya at sinabi, nalalaman nyo na yung mga inaaring mga pinuno ng mga hintil ay nagpapanginoon sa kanila. At ang sa kanila yung mga dakila ay nagsisigamit ng kapamahalaan sa kanila. Datapat sa inyo, hindi gayon. Kundi ang sinumang ibig na dumakila sa inyo, meaning if I have that desire to be that in the preeminent position, magiging lingkod siya. Ang sinuman, wika ng talata, ang mag-ibig manguna ay magiging alipin ng lahat. Sapagkat ang anak ng tao rin naman ay di naparito. Mind you, Christ came not to be served, but to serve. Kundi upang maglingkod, ibigay ang kanyang buhay pantubos sa marami. So how do we develop a servant's heart? Sa tulong ng kasulatan at sa ating lesson, we can develop that attitude of a servant. Servant that is a high class person sa paningin ng Diyos. Servant na hindi dapat abusuhin, hindi dapat na maliitin. Servant that would really fulfill the oath na kanyang ginawa. And I hope this is not about us. Being a servant na ating pinag-usapan is about God. Diyos na kumikilos through us. And so, if that would happen, it would result to a sincere service sa bayan. And that would give you joy. Ang tunay na lingkod ng Diyos would do His part. And when we do our part, it would give us joy. And glory sa Diyos, of course. Seek a humble service rather than seek a high honor. Employees of government agencies, again, are called public servants. And they're supposed to serve the people without expecting anything in return, even they occupy high position. Nung makita ng Diyos kay David, the quality of humility, nagpatungo siya ng tao sa bahay nila David through Jesse. And Jesse didn't know na ang Diyos ay naroon na. Of course, nauna na ang Diyos noon. Nobody knows that God is already there making things possible of who would be the next king ayon sa kanyang kalooban. The Lord had gone to the home of Jesse. And salamat na lang sa Panginoon, the youngest son, David, nakita ng Diyos, and God said to His servant, that's my man. That's my boy. Ano yung bakit? Kasi po, nakita ng Diyos kay David that he has a heart that was completely surrendered to Him. That young boy, or young man, was faithfully keeping his father's sheep. Andun yung humility kay David. He saw that servant's heart. Psalm 89:20, wika ng talata, aking nasumpungan si David na aking lingkod, aking pinahiran siya ng aking banal na langis. As if God is saying, I don't care about all that slick, public image. I don't care about what other people has to say about him. Show me a person who has character, and that's David. And I'll give him all the image he needs. Parang sinasabi ng Diyos, I don't require some certain temperament. I don't care if he has a lot of charisma. I don't care about the size or impressiveness of your resume. What I care is about character. First, is the person deeply authentic sa kanyang puso? Or that person who wants to serve is just faking it? Second, yung po bang lingkod ng Diyos nito ay tunay na lingkod. Because when you have a servant's heart, andun yung humility. You do as you're told. Hindi pumapalag. Hindi sumasalag. And you do not rebel. Hindi nagiging traidor sa sinumpang tungkulin. You respect those in charge. You have that respect to those in authority. And you serve faithfully. Quietly. Without concern at over who gets the credit. Hindi na mahalaga kung sino mapapapurihan. Ang mahalaga matupad natin ating tungkulin. At ang Diyos man na nakakakita ninyo ginagawa will reward you. And that's David. God looked at him out in the fields, keeping his father's sheep. He was faithfully doing his father's bidding. And God passed his approval on David. As we try to join the force, PNP, or in our ministry, God knows the heart of each of us. Tandaan po natin, ang lingkod doesn't care who gets the glory. A servant has one goal: to make the person he serves look better. To make that person even more successful. A servant does not want the person he serves to fail. Hindi niya nananais, hinahangad, na pumadpak ang kanyang pinaglilingkuran. In fact, he wants those whom he serves to succeed. Kapag ka ang ating hinahangad, hilahin pababa na parang talangka, ang sinumang sa atin nakauungos, you have not that servant spirit. That is of the devil. He doesn't care who thinks what happens pagkatapos maglingkod. Kung papapurihan siya, pararalan siya, a servant of God, just do the job or gets the job done. So while David's brothers were off in the army, making rank and fighting big, they were making impressive battles. David was alone keeping the sheep, faithfully doing his job. So God loved that servant heart. Matthew 23:11 to 12, wika ng talata, datapot ang pinakadakila sa inyo ay magiging lingkod nyo. At sino mang magmamataas ay mabababa. Sino mang nagpapakababa ay matataas. So let us be willing to serve others first. Si Kristo po ay nagpakita ng ganyang humility by the washing of the disciples' feet. An act that was performed by the lowliest servants during that time. And bilang law enforcers, we must understand that public interest should come first. This washing of the feet is not being told us na gawin mong literal. The principle behind is the sacrifice of self-interest. Basahin po natin ang background. John 13:12 to 15. Kaya't nang mahugasan niya ang kanilang mga paa at makuha ang kanyang damit, muling naupo. Sabi niya sa kanila, nalalaman niyo ba kung ano ang ginawa ko sa inyo? Tinawag niyo akong guro at Panginoon. Mabuti ang gayong sinasabi ninyo sapagat ako nga ang guro at Panginoon. At tinisabi niya, kung ako nga na Panginoon at Guro ay naghugas ng inyong paa, kayo naman ay nararapat ding maghugasan ng paa ng isa't isa, pagkat kayo'y binigyan ko ng halimbawa upang gawin naman nyo ayon sa ginawa ko sa inyo. So again, that is sacrificing self-interest in keeping with the time-honored principle of delikadesa. Whenever we hear the word, ayan, walang delikadesa yan. It used to be considered the ultimate insult to a public servant. Dahil yung delikadesa is a word associated with honor. It means a sense of propriety or conformity to socially and culturally accepted norms of conduct and speech. Delikadesa is a word connected to a sense of behavior that's anchored on accepted moral standard. Ang taong lingkod ng bayan, lingkod ng Diyos, may delikadesa. Nag-iingat ng kilos. Sinisikap na huwag mapahiya ang kanyang pinaglilingkuran. Sinisikap na huwag mapupulaan ang kanyang pinaglilingkuran. Luke 22:26, kundi bagkus ang lalong dakila sa inyo ay maging tulad ng sa lalong bata, at ang nangumulo ay maging gaya ng naglilingkod. Andun yung humility, andun yung gusto maging part of the preeminence, try to serve. So the hamon is, challenge sa atin is, would you love to live bravely sa kabila ng pagsubok? Hindi ba exciting to have that divine, powerful spirit sa araw-araw na kumbaga maraming pagsubok, and yet you are at your feet, standing strong, hindi na susway, hindi na dadamay o hindi na apektuhan ng tawag ng laman o tawag ng kasalanan o tawag ng ikapaririwara ng ating buhay. We want to become independently authentic sa time na may peer pressure, publicities. It all begins in the mind. Tandaan po natin mga kapatid, thinking right always precedes acting right. Importante to have a renewed mind. Hindi mo madali maglingkod sa iba. It takes humility to do that. Tanging mga lingkod lang talaga ng Diyos ang willing to serve others. Self-sacrifice. Willing to carry it out with joy and without fear until our minds are freed from the world's mold and transformed by the Lord's power. Andun po ang humility. And I feel the need to add sa ating pag-uusap, somehow warning, babala, against anyone who might use others to accomplish his or her purposes. Mag-ingat tayo sa mga tao na manggagamit. Aabusuhin kayo sa inyong kabutihan. And how easy it is to encourage servanthood so others might serve us. Yung ating interest. God forbid. Gagamitin natin ibang tao, mabababang kalooban, matitino, to serve my purpose and interest. God forbid. That's not the way our Master walked, and neither should we. Servanthood starts in the mind. Kumbaga sa isang simpleng panalangin, Lord, change me. Baguhin mo ko. And the Bible, so tayo po ay nag-uusap tungkol sa servant's heart, puso ng lingkod. At tulungan tayo ng Diyos to have that servant mentality. And let me suggest, in closing, some basic ingredients of servanthood. Nakapaloob po sa pagiging lingkod, yung giving, forgiving, forgetting. The key passages should come to mind ay nasa Philippians 2, 3, and 4. Na huwag niyong gawin ang anumang sa pamamagitan ng pagkakampi-kampi o sa pamamagitan ng pagpapalalo, kundi sa kababaan ng pag-iisip na ipalagay ng iba, ng bawat isa, ang iba na lalong mabuti kaysa sa kanyang sarili. Ito masabi, huwag tingnan ng bawat isa sa inyo ang kanyang sarili, kundi ang bawat isa naman ay sa iba't iba. That means kapakanan ng iba ang dapat nangunguna. Hindi ka nagpapabaya sa sarili mo, kundi yung kapakanan muna ng iba. That's how a servant should behave. Galatians 5:13. Sapagat kayo mga kapatid ay tinawag sa kalayaan, huwag lamang gamitin ang inyong kalayaan upang magbigay kadahilanan sa laman, kundi sa pamamagitan ng pag-ibig, maglingkuran kayo. Serving others in love. Instead of always thinking about receiving, start looking for ways to give. Instead of holding grudges against those who offend us, be anxious to forgive. Instead of keeping a record of what we've done o kung na itulong nyo, take delight in forgetting the deeds or should I say, being virtually unnoticed. Our hunger for public recognition will diminish significantly when we have that giving, forgiving, forgetting attitude as a servant of Christ. May God help us. And may God give you peace. Maraming salamat po. Until next time, stay safe.